Hello and welcome to Shifting Tones, the podcast with nerdy tones and shifting formats. I am today's host. I am Steph, and I am joined by my lovely co-hosts, Larissa.
Hiya.
And Sam.
Yo, what's up, my homies?
And we're just here to hang out. Yep, that's it.
Yeah,
no,
chill.
we're just chilling. We're hanging. What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
I'm vibing.
Vibing?
Yeah.
What's been the vibe today?
Do we want to start with Sam's controversial corner right away?
No, I want to hear what the vibe is.
Oh no, my phone's upstairs. Oh no, I don't have my opinions.
No, he's gonna have to come up with something on his own.
No,
on the spot.
they were so
It's
good
okay.
this time too.
That's okay. I'm sure you can come up with something on the spot. I can tell what the vibe is while you kind of regroup yourself over there for your controversial corner. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
What's the vibe, Larissa?
The vibe is vacation. Woohoo!
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Sam and I, we will be going on vacation. So we are excited about that, and we are extremely close.
No, we are in Vegas right now. Technically, as far as you listening to this, we are in Vegas.
Yes, we are technically in Vegas when we have uploaded this, but we have not left yet. So
How exciting.
yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm really excited just to forget about work for a few days, and it's gonna be beautiful out there. It's in the 70s all week, and I think, if I'm not wrong, March 1st starts the beginning of pool season, and I'm excited that maybe I'm gonna go swim. It'll be fun.
Ooh,
Yes.
that's super exciting.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Are you guys already packed?
No.
Packing after this.
Fun.
Yes.
Yeah. So we did a bunch of laundry on Sunday, and then finally, put it away and did dishes and stuff yesterday. So it's a work in progress, but that's how vacations are.
But
You
it's
gotta-
the vacation hype vibe,
Right.
basically.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Technically, our flight doesn't leave till the evening tomorrow, so
That's okay.
Oh, so you got time.
yeah, plenty of time. I mean, our flight left yesterday, and it was a smooth sail, and nobody opened up any doors, and
Yeah.
there was
Oh,
no crazy
yeah.
Karens. Yeah.
Nothing. No toddler screaming. It was smooth.
I didn't have to hold a baby for 2 hours this time.
What?
When we went on was it our first honeymoon, or was it when we went to Boston to get engaged?
It was my only honeymoon.
Your first
Oh.
honeymoon?
It was my only honeymoon. I don't know about Larissa, how many honeymoons
Whoops,
she's been
my,
on.
My bad. I think I meant to say like the first leg of the trip to the honeymoon.
Okay.
I believe so, yeah. Some
Uh-huh.
lady handed me her baby. She said, hey, can you hold this? That's
Yeah.
how she worded it. I held her baby because I thought she was just going to get something out of the overhead compartment. And then I held the baby and then held it while she fed him. And then we landed, and I was still holding the baby, and the old couple in front of me were like, oh, we're landing, we're coming here to see our grandchild who was just born. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. They're like, can we hold him? I was like, sure, not my baby. So I passed the baby forward. And
That's crazy.
yeah,
it
passed
is
the baby
pretty wild.
forward. And then the guy, like one row up across on the other aisle of the plane, was like, hey, can I hold that baby? And they were like, sure. And so they passed the baby to that guy too.
Love that. I
Yeah.
wish I was past a random baby because I would just hold it. Well, okay, that
Sure.
sounded weird. Wait, on a plane. On a plane.
No, you're cool.
No, to be in your shoes in that moment would have been awesome.
No.
I love that.
No.
No.
What do you mean? Hold somebody else's baby for 2 hours on a flight?
Yeah.
Thankfully, this was the most well-behaved baby I've ever seen.
He was so calm.
He was very nice.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
But I made a friend.
Absolutely.
So Sam, what's your vibe?
My vibe is I checked I don't use Facebook really.
Sure.
Maybe to share and support some families endeavors on there and see extended family what's going on. However, I did see I had a memory on Facebook today that you and I, Steph, took a day trip to Columbus on this day. I don't remember that.
On this day?
Yeah, do you remember going to Columbus in 2016? Just you and I apparently when we took a day trip. Yeah, see, I don't remember this. You shared it. You said, "Oh, on
What did I
on
say?
our it just said day trip," and then you had a map of Columbus, and then it was just you and it was just me tagged in it, and then there was 3 comments asking about your husband and if he could stop and visit relatives and and if you were gonna get a cream puff. Your stepdad commented
Interesting.
if you were going to get a cream puff. I don't remember this.
No
Well,
idea.
Must not have been that eventful, unfortunately.
I guess not.
All right.
Interesting.
I'm just trying to think, like, what was it? What was the...
It was
Unless-
just a trip to vibe, you know?
Yeah, we might have been hanging out with somebody. I don't remember. Unless, like I said, because friends of ours have deleted their Facebook since.
Sure.
So other people could
Yeah.
have been tagged in it for sure. That
Columbus
I'm not.
is a college town, too.
Yeah.
You could have been meeting up some old friends.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So,
no idea.
who knows? But yeah, that was my vibe. Other than that, also vacation. Wow, Vegas is so beautiful. Look at the lights and the sounds.
Oh, yeah. We
Oh
are
wow, I
currently
just
in
won
Vegas.
20,000 in this slot machine.
Staring at the
Cha-ching.
sphere. Yeah.
Cha-ching.
I'm gonna buy some illegal animals while I'm
no.
here.
Oh,
No,
please
I'm
don't.
kidding. Let's see.
That-
No, other than that, yeah, I've just been vibing. Oh, we had a piggy bank full of coins that we've been saving up for
did.
like the past few years, and it's nothing major, but
No.
it was in this glass piggy bank that was like Larissa's like since like high school, and there's no plug in it, so we wrapped up in a blanket, and she got to hit it with a hammer.
I did.
Whoa.
I
I would have
know.
been devastated.
Oh, no. See, like, there's no sentimental value to this.
Yeah, it was like a
specific-
glass
okay.
piggy bank from like Kmart or something. I
Oh,
don't know.
Right. It was not sentimental. It was like, it was a gift from someone who, like, they're like, well, I guess I should get this person a gift, sort of a gift, if you know
I
what
see.
I mean.
Okay. So was it
Yeah.
fun to smash it then?
It was. Because, like,
Yeah, it
I
wasn't
have,
fun to pick out all the little glass shards in my hand, but
it was satisfying, though, because before I have taken the coins from it, you know, like, shaken the coins slowly out of it to, like, but I was like, this time, you know what? I'm going to break it. We filled it up enough that, like, we couldn't no longer shake the coins out. So,
Ah.
yeah.
What was the final verdict?
like
around
$78. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
hey,
Oh.
that's like a meal.
Yeah,
Maybe for
exactly.
one person in Vegas, but
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hey,
Actually,
I'll take it.
one of the cheapest things we found out in Vegas is the food.
Oh, is
So
it?
like if you're not going to like Gordon Ramsay's restaurant or like
Sure.
you know this the
steakhouse.
Japanese steakhouse, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
But all like the casual dining, not like fast food, but casual dining is cheap.
Yeah.
So
Oh
if,
yeah, because I
if
just
anybody,
ate a burger at Burger Place and it was delicious.
If anyone wants to ask about my vibe, I'll wait.
No.
Oh yeah. What's the
All right, so what's the
vibe?
episode for today?
That's wild. Two varying different words coming out of your mouths right there.
Is it also you remembering our day trip that neither of us remember?
Yes.
No, I have no idea what that's about. What's in the past is in the past. I have just nothing really much. I did a week full of daily streaming. That
Oh,
was
fun.
a lot,
That's pretty
but
cool.
it's also at a time where my stress levels have been so high as of late from just like my job
no.
and different
Yeah.
things. So
Yeah.
I can't even
Are you human? Are you functioning?
no, it's just I can't even like discuss it on the podcast basically.
No, I get that.
With
I
all the
It's
things
too
that have been
much.
going on. It's too much. So
Yeah.
and the issue here's the thing. The issue is I'm very empathetic, however you say it. And so like
Empanada.
not
empanada.
pathetic, empathetic.
empathetic, and it's just it can be taxing. So it's just been
Sure.
a lot.
Yeah.
But other than that, the vibe's been fine. I've been trying to keep my sanity, so the vibe is just a big old thumbs up.
Yep.
How
I think
Today, as far as
yeah, I was gonna say as the great Blink 182 said, work sucks. I know.
that wasn't
Oh,
worth
no,
cutting
the-
me off.
Work doesn't suck. It's just other things suck.
I walked my dog today, and it was very nice outside. So what
It
are
was
the
beautiful.
what are like the what's the weather, the elements that you're braving down south where you are? What are those like?
The elements are very pleasant. There is some wind out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, no fires today, which is good.
That's
Fires?
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
there
that a
hasn't-
common occurrence?
No, but you know what? You can always be blessed. There's no wildfires around.
Yeah, absolutely,
fair.
absolutely.
There, I do see some water across the way. Neighbor does have a
Oh.
lake, or a little pond, I should say. It's not really a lake.
Sure.
Little water over there.
cute.
And you know what? The grass is out, so that's pretty cool. Some earth there. And guess what? That's our segue to Avatar. That was fun. That was dumb, but that was fun. So yeah, today's theme and topic, we're shifting the tone over to Avatar: The Last Airbender. It has been pretty heavily kind of popped back into, that was not a good sentence in English. The Avatar has kind of popped itself back up into pop culture is kind of what I was trying to say. It's made its way back, kind of a small resurgence, if you will, because recently the Netflix live action has released, and there's a lot of varying opinion. But for today's episode, we will touch briefly on that, just a small quick discussion about the live action thing. But for today's episode, what we're actually going to focus on is the cartoon original series, where we are going to do a tier maker, because we haven't done that in a long time on this show.
Wow.
And we are going to rank the characters from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I, for one, am excited. So
this
I,
is
for
it.
two, am excited.
It does not include The Legend of Korra. That could always be saved for a different time. But this is the original series that ran from 2005 to 2008 on Nickelodeon.
Short-lived, but feels like it was much longer.
Yes. Yes. So let's talk real quick, because Avatar recently got kind of, back in mainstream, talked about, hyped up because people were excited for the live action. Have you or have you not yet seen it?
We have watched it. Well,
we watched half of it.
The first 4 episodes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
I
exactly
have not seen it because I don't have Netflix. So let me hear, because I've heard mixed things.
Mm-hmm.
More so on the bad end of it, but I want to hear your personal opinions.
We have different opinions, so I'll let Lisa go first.
So we may or may not have gotten a little spat, a cute little marital spat about it.
Whoa.
We're divorced now because of this show.
Okay, let me grab my tea.
I'm in Vegas by myself right now.
So Sam and I have different perspectives when it comes to film and cartoons and any sort of like entertainment. So Sam really is just there for the vibes.
Well, hold on. I thought you discussed your feelings on this. I'll
just
discuss
yours.
mine.
Just yours, Larissa.
Okay. All right, and I'll finish.
What's your opinion?
My caveat is, I was going to say he's usually there for the vibes. I'm here for the critique and analysis. And so with that segue included, I think it's important just to say, as an artist, I really, really look forward to like analyzing things and being like, oh, wow, I'm surprised they did this, or this was an interesting take. And I didn't really see a lot of those sorts of things where like, oh, this is an interesting take. It was very mid. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. Yeah, it was mid.
Okay, Sam, your opinion?
Yeah, so like Larissa kind of said, I'm a viber. So when it comes to any sort of visual media, I'm just like, I just want to be entertained for the most part. Like, I will deep dive into things and I'll look deeper into it. But for the most part, I just want to enjoy it and be entertained. Like, I don't like digging into things if I don't have to. So like when I'm watching this, I'm like, oh sweet, a show about like an 11-year-old 12-year-old like savior boy who's being hunted down by some fire Nazis and has to master all 4 elements, and there's people bending the elements. I was like, that's really cool. It's visually better than the M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong movie in 2010, and it is, for the most part, the same story of the original, just a lot of, like, the quote-unquote filler was cut out, like, the more, like, silly stuff, the more, like, fun, parts of it, and episodes have kind of been blended together, and, like, storylines have been mixed together and, like, moved around, so it's, for the most part, the same story, just a different take, which I enjoy, personally. I know a lot of people hate this, and a lot of people who really love the original are, like, crying about it, and I'm like, I get it, like, it's not what you first saw when you were like 8 years old or 12 years old or whatever, but it is a different thing. And I will say, as far as a critique goes, line delivery is not the greatest. That's probably my biggest issue. Like, I like the casting for the most part on all the characters, but there's some times where like a random character, like a side character, will just come in and be like, yes sir, I saw the bison flying that way, and you're like, well, that was a weird thing to say.
Yeah, that's, I think, the biggest problem with this series is the writing is, it's not good. I wouldn't say it's abysmal, but it's just like, the best way I think I could sum it up is that the original cartoon had a lot of soul, and this does not have any soul to it.
Okay, that's a good way to kind of, okay.
But the bending is super cool. The bending is super cool, yeah.
Okay. I feel like just taking anything animated is just going to be hard
It
to
is, for
put
sure.
into live action, just in general, you know?
Yeah. And I think, and I talked to Sam about it, and then maybe we'll end on this note about the live action series, is like, it's really hard to adapt a long form cartoon series into a shorter, like, episodic, like, thing to like 1 hour. It was only 8 episodes. Like, it's going to be hard to condense that all into, like, you know, one cohesive storyline.
But think about it.
get
Sorry,
to
no, real quick before you, because it is for season 1 is originally only 20 episodes long, and like each episode is roughly like 18 minutes, and so since each episode is like 45 minutes to an hour, you're getting like 2 to 3 episodes per episode essentially.
Yeah.
Larissa does not sound convinced.
Well, so I'm saying like, and that's why it feels like condensed, because 8 episodes divided by like 2.5, you're getting your like, or times 2.5, you're getting like your 20 episodes essentially.
It doesn't feel like it though. Just the way they pared it down and everything. As I was going to say is that each medium has a different way that it's best utilized. You know, cartoon, you can be wacky and a little bit more silly. It's a little bit more natural to do that. Like in like live action, no one's really going to like to see like the anime style version of someone stressed out with the air coming out of their head. Like that doesn't quite work. And so it has to be like a little bit more serious. So I think it would have been a better idea, instead of trying to focus on like 10 different viewpoints, we just focused on one character's viewpoint at a time. So like maybe we like experience Zuko's journey from like the point of the book water. I think that would have been much better.
I don't know anything. I didn't watch it, and I probably will not watch it, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
so
it's
what
very
we'll do
mid.
instead is something that I like, and we will just talk about the characters. You know, that way people who can kind of, if you've watched only the live action, which is kind of a crazy thought for people out there who only have ever seen that, can still
They've
follow
only watched the
along.
2010 movie.
It's definitely
crazy.
possible.
But we will talk about the main characters and at least, you know, some big characters who have played an important role, kind of side characters, but they still played a big role in the series. So we'll talk about that. And yeah, we have a tier list here.
We do.
So it is ranked from best to worst in order. It is S tier, which is, you know, superb, sublime, superior. A tier for awesome. B
For
tier.
Avatar.
A tier for Avatar. B tier for bouquet. C for
Bokeh.
C tier for cool. D tier for
That's
Dumb.
lame.
Demerit.
dumb. And F tier for failure.
Womp
For not being good. Okay.
Foolishness. Yeah.
Foolishness, yes. So we have it ranked the typical, you know, S to F. And we are going to start with our first character. And we're going to start with, of course, Aang.
Ooh.
Our first
interesting.
character is going to be Aang today.
Do we want to take rounds, or do we just kind of interject? How do we wanna go
Interject.
about this?
We can just kind of spill our heart and our heart's content.
B.
All right.
You think B?
I think
Yeah.
C, honestly.
That's crazy. I was going to say
very
A.
mid to me. So mid. As a character, he's like such a blank slate, and like
He makes so much growth.
And that's why, because I originally thought C also, but the amount of growth and like character development he does have made it go to a B.
Dude, the thing for me is like he grows so much and he learns so much about the
Sure.
world after being frozen. He's so open to learning, and then like this, like just learning about how his people had been like, you know,
Right.
wiped out of the
Genocide.
earth. Exactly. Like I don't know. I think he's really strong, and then for him to even like overcome like the Fire Lord at the end.
that's true.
And like I don't know. I think he's at least A. A for Avatar.
Oh man. Okay, well you
I'd be
say
willing to
A,
do B.
I say B. Larissa said C. I think we gotta be
We're
in the
gonna
middle
do
of B.
Yeah,
B. Okay,
sorry.
we'll put A and B, but I think you're wrong.
Sorry, fam.
Just compared to all these other characters, which I think have a lot more interesting
To offer.
stories to sell.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, our next character we have up is Katara.
Katara.
C. Borderline D.
Crazy.
No. No.
That's insane.
She's at least an A. Do you remember that episode where she like literally just about like murdered someone from her rage?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
the-
the one that killed her mother, right?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And like it was just like, I don't know, the emotions. I watched it back not too long ago and I was like, damn girl.
I think she's an A.
I do too. And she
That's
didn't
rough.
kill him.
That's rough.
She was like so angry. She was gonna do it, but then she was like so cool and was like, you're not even worth my time.
I get it, but that's kind of like her entire character is like firebenders killed her mom, and so she's like, I want to become a
No.
waterbender to get revenge, and then it turned
No,
into
dude, she
no,
learns-
let me finish. Let me finish. And then she realized like it's not about revenge, it's about like acceptance and forgiveness. But then she learns to bloodbend, and then she's like gonna kill this guy, and she chooses not to. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like, I don't know, just overall throughout the entire series, she's more boring to me than Aang.
Wow.
But there are a lot of exciting characters on this list. I just don't
Wow.
think Katara is the most exciting.
I think she is
Definitely disagree.
Yeah,
Like,
I disagree with
I'm
that.
sorry. I think you're gonna get outvoted this time because like she's such a, and I think also like for that time period too, she was such a strong like female character. We didn't see a ton of that.
She
as,
held
The
the
whole
group.
show is strong
No,
female
but
characters.
she-
Every-
right.
She
But
holds the
she's-
group together. Like
Exactly.
she holds, like, you know, she really is the one that will step up for the group in terms of making decisions, you know, keeping everyone together, having plans, like, and same thing too, like she learned how to heal, which was incredible with the water, and I'm pretty sure she was forced to learn how to bloodbed. I don't
She
think
was.
yeah.
Traumatized, absolutely. And she like learned to move past that trauma and then incorporate it into her own way of bending that wasn't as disgusting.
I'll go to C tier.
No.
I would say A,
Yeah, I agree. A.
but I think in order to settle, we'd have to put her in B because Sam said C. He's willing to
That's
do a C.
fine, I
So we'll
guess.
put
Well, hold on.
what?
To be fair, I said B, and Larissa also said B, and we left in B. You guys can put her in A if you want, because as far as like tier list and majority goes, you guys both selected the same thing.
Okay. Hey, if he's saying let's put her in A, let's put her in A, baby.
I'm not
Okay.
saying let's put her in A. I'm just saying as far as
That's all
like,
I heard.
As fairness goes, because there's probably gonna be a character later on where like me and whoever are gonna
That's
say
fair.
S and somebody's gonna say F.
It's true.
Okay. All right.
Also,
so
uh,
Katara and A then.
One last thing. She was a spirit goddess for like a hot second. Don't forget that.
All right. The next character on our list is Toph.
Tough.
For me, easy S.
Really?
Oh, Toph, yeah, easy S, yeah.
Easy
What?
S.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
If she is, first of all, a better character than Katara.
No, she's not.
She's cooler. She's funnier.
No.
She learns metal bending.
No.
She literally
blind.
invented metal bending.
No,
Yeah.
sure. Super
That's-
cool.
That's pretty cool.
But she's literally the epitome of I'm not like other girls, girl.
Get over yourself, because she is such a cool character, and like I think she's like one of the best characters in the show. First
well,
of all,
I love that. I know that, like, you know, they talk about her being blind, but she never, in the show,
Sure.
never, like, had blindness define her. And, like, she
No.
even
Right.
invented a different way for earthbending that actually, like, made her better. You know
For
what I mean?
sure.
So it's like, I don't know. She's such a, like, unique character in a show, and she just is written just so incredibly well. And, like, I don't, it's just,
she was the comedic relief too for most of it when she
For
was
sure.
introduced. Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't find her as interesting as Katara personally. I
So
feel like
where
there-
would you put her?
I mean, A.
Well, there's two S and A, so she's an S.
S tier with Toph. All right. Next on our list is Sokka.
C
I
tier?
love Sokka.
That's crazy.
No. No.
I love
I mean,
Sokka.
maybe in the beginning of the series, maybe even a D, but like, oh my God. Talking about character growth, he's probably the one character besides Zuko who has the most character growth. And it is fascinating to watch. And at the end, like he's the guy who doesn't have any bending powers, so he doesn't know what to do with himself. And then like he learns to accept that, and then he's like, yeah, I'm an engineer. I'm a cool guy. I'm a swordsman.
I love him.
Beautiful.
I would say probably like a good B. He does I do like the big growth too. And yeah, I like his insecurity about being a non-bender, but he still learns to overcome that.
Absolutely.
Solid C. I agree.
I like And I think it's a good example for young men and boys to be like, hey, it's okay to humble yourself and it's okay to be insecure. Like, there's a way to work past that. You don't have to be a jerk.
So where are we
Sokka's
putting him?
good.
I said B.
Yeah, we could do him at B. I think that's fair.
Sam, what did you say?
I said C, but
So B
again,
it is.
yeah. Yep.
All right. So right now, just so we know, the 4 kind of like main benders we had and non-bender, we had Aang was B along with Sokka, Katara A, and Toph is at S. All right. The next character on our list is Momo, the monkey.
Momo. What a
Momo.
cutie.
Momo's a great character, but also like, I guess overall as a character, insignificant. And I say that only because
Yeah.
he doesn't like help
do
out. He
anything.
doesn't really like support the cast and all. He's just kind of there to be like the cute character.
D.
He's
Yeah.
the what's it called? He's the
Wow.
Ewoks of the show.
D.
No, Momo's a C.
He's
Momo's
a C.
cute.
He's mid.
C for cutie.
Okay, I'm outranked. So Momo's in C. The next on our list is Appa.
A.
Yep.
At least A. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, A for Appa because he is like the reason they are able to travel everywhere, and he's fluffy, and there's sky bison babies in an episode, and
It's
that's
so
cute.
I feel like I would say B for Bison, but yeah, I think he's all right. But
A
I mean,
for
he
Air
is
Bison.
okay. You both.
Well,
said, you
okay.
both
Hold
said
on.
A?
Hear me out. Yeah, he's like integral to the show. Like,
Absolutely.
I mean, one of the reasons Aang went into the Avatar state was because Appa got kidnapped.
That's
and
true.
It like was huge for the plot overall is like his kidnapping, and I think like you've learned about like the Dai Li at that point.
Is
it really
he-
set them back.
Is he the last Air Bison also
Yes.
in the world?
Yes. Yeah, that's what the show should
Okay.
be called.
The Last Air
The last
Bison.
Air Bison.
Featuring Aang, yeah.
No, and I think what gives him a little bit more credit is when he was kidnapped in that lost episode where they didn't have him. I think it was part of the Tales of Ba Sing Se where the snippet about Appa and how he was mistreated in the circus won an award for depicting like how animal abuse is in entertainment and stuff. So.
Okay. So we
Specifically Sky
have
Bison.
Appa is an A.
Yep.
All right. So the next on our list is Zuko.
He's my baby boy. He's my moody boy. He's S. He's the most
Sasuke?
interesting character. He's the most interesting character, I think.
C.
What? What the hell?
I don't think he's the most interesting character, but he is interesting.
I just never got on that like train of like yes Zuko, yes, like I don't know, I just never like I liked the main people, but I also liked, I don't know, I know that
Which
he
is
like
wild because
turned a
didn't you
new
write like a
shut up
sleepover
yes,
story
I
about
know.
this guy at some point? Like
No, but I get it. I get the appeal. And I know there's been like, I know he had a huge growth. You know, he turned a new
So
leaf,
huge.
joined the team. I get it. But
He dealt with family trauma and
Yeah.
was like, hey, I want to be a part of the family. I'm going to do anything I can. And then he did a 180 and was like, skirt, actually, I hate you.
okay, I'll say B. I'll say B.
Okay. Wow, Sam, what is your opinion?
I know because you said S and
It's
Steph said
definitely
B,
yes.
and I can put it in the middle at A if I have the power right
You
now.
have the power.
But all the boys are in B, so put them in B for boys.
B for boy. Fair enough.
All right. The next one we have on our list is Uncle Iroh.
S.
Oh my
S.
Uncle
Immediate
Iroh
S.
is the show. Like
Yeah, I mean, lest we forget though, he is a war criminal. I mean, I love him.
S.
so is Obama.
No, sure, I agree. I'm just saying, as much as we like think of him as a sweet little baby cinnamon roll, he committed a lot of crime. He committed
So did
For
Zuko.
For reasons.
So did Zuko, in a way.
not as.
I feel
not
like
as much.
deep down we could all forgive some war criminals in our lives, you know. But I mean, think about "Leaves from the Vine."
I know.
Like one of the greatest songs of our generation
It's so good.
came from this, and
And his wise words of wisdom and just how much, like,
know.
dude,
He
he's
loves
just such
tea.
a well-written character.
Such a good father figure. I agree. I mean,
like overall, like even though yes, he is a war criminal, that's bad. But like all the times where like he's helped the other members of the cast,
No,
like he helped
sure.
Toph, he helped Aang at points. I think he's helped each one of them at some point.
He's turned a
Yeah,
new
absolutely.
leaf. So,
Oh, like a tea leaf.
oh,
Yeah.
S tier, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
sure.
perfect. Oh, look at us all agreeing. Okay, the next one on our list is Suki.
At least
What's above
A tier.
S? What's above S?
Above S.
I love Suki. She is literally the Bamf. Like, she can do no wrong in my eyes. Like, oh man. She's just one of those characters.
Suki's my favorite character in the show.
Yeah, a lot of people had
Really?
their sexual awakenings, you know.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just.
That's
I think she's a
crazy.
cool character. Yeah, that's taking it a bit far.
See, for me,
No, she is literally one of the characters that everyone brings up, and they're like, it was her.
for me, she's
People
just
also
like,
say that about Lola Bunny from Looney Tunes, but
You're
you
not
know,
wrong, but hey, someone's got to bring it up. She's cute. and
I would
fun.
say B. Like
B?
I think she's good. I just never. I don't know.
Did you watch the show?
Yeah, I did. And I know that she's powerful and everything, but I'm just thinking if we have Aang, Sokka, and Zuko in B, like she kind of fits with their
B
vibe.
for boys. I think she's an A tier. A at the minimum.
Same.
Okay, I'm out.
Well,
I'm out
so
ranked.
cool.
Well,
All right, Suki is an A. All right. Sorry, I should be more enthusiastic. Suki is an A. All right, Jet is our next character.
I love
D.
Jet as a character.
Now he would be an F, except for he had that little bit of redemption at the very end.
Well, that's why I
where
like
he
him.
died.
I think he's a really interesting, morally gray character, and I love that.
He's interesting. I don't think I liked him all that much. I really don't think I even cared for that storyline all that
Really?
much with the freedom fighters.
I'll
I
say
mean,
he's
I
a really
get
cool
it.
character.
I get it, but yeah, I would say probably like C.
C is
if
fine.
not
Yeah,
D.
C's good.
Whatever.
fine. His
What were
swords are
you
really
gonna
cool.
say, Larissa?
A.
I get it because he is a very cool character and he does have
Right.
I mean, overall his like reasoning's pretty cool. Like, hey, yeah, him and all these like orphans were like affected by the Fire Nation at some point, so he wants to get revenge. It's just going about it the wrong way, and then he gets brainwashed,
Right.
and then he sacrificed himself.
He sacrificed himself literally so Aang could save the world. Okay, that was heartbreaking.
That's
to watch.
could put him
crazy
in-
because I don't even remember that.
Oh,
It was when he
no.
was brainwashed by the Dai Li, and he was being
right.
they were being chased, right?
I thought
And
he
like,
got
stopped
swept
and
by like a
sacrificed himself.
river.
Yeah. No, they did like an invasion or something. Like
I
he
don't
joined
remember.
him.
Oh, didn't he meet Zuko in the tea shop when he was undercover?
Yeah,
Yes.
he did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's right.
And he sees Iroh heating his tea up like a
Oh,
firebender.
that was a cool scene actually. Wait, I forgot
was.
about that. Okay, wait. I'll yeah.
B for boys. B for boys.
I'll
B
put him
for
in
boys.
B. That was a cool moment where he's like, "Hold up." Okay.
See, this is why discussion's important because I
Yeah.
went from a D to a B and Steph went from an F to a B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't say F. I said like C or D.
You said Q. We heard you say Q.
Okay. Are we fine? Jet and B?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
All right. The next on our list is Princess Yue,
F.
the moon.
Yeah. I mean, she's very C. She's very
Boring
mid to me.
character. So boring.
Yeah.
I would say
She's
like
cool.
D, but yeah.
I would say
very
like
D.
out of all the ones we have up there so far, she's definitely the most boring.
She's the most like damsel in distress character, and I don't love that trope very much. So.
That's fair. I do think it was cool she turned into the spirit of the moon.
Oh, absolutely.
That was kind
Yeah,
of
but
cool.
who hasn't?
And like, what a huge sacrifice to be like, hey, I'm 14, but I'm gonna sacrifice my life so that everyone else can have the moon spirit.
And then she
Huge.
restored balance to what waterbending it was because of that
Yeah.
sacrifice. That's kind of cool. Okay, D.
I mean, if somebody asked me like, "Hey, would you sacrifice yourself to keep like Chipotle open?" I would be like, "Yeah, absolutely."
All right, I say D.
Yeah, I'm willing D. Yeah, D's good. D for dingus.
Larissa.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
for
So right now, just a quick recap. S tier is Toph and Uncle Iroh. A tier, Katara, Appa, Suki. B tier is Aang, Sokka, Zuko, Jet.
Zuko.
C tier is Bobo, and D is Princess Yue. The next character we have is Azula.
I love her too.
A.
She's my problematic favorite.
A for
So
Azula.
fast.
I'm gonna say B. I get A. I understand it, but like zero like actual character development or growth. Like
No,
she's just
well-
moody the whole time, and like
That's fair.
I want to be on the throne, so I'll kill my brother so I can be on the throne.
Right. Well, I will say I would agree up until the point where like the throne is being taken away from her, and like that moment with her in front of the mirror, and like her mom is like spirit is like haunting her behind her, and she's like, no, I am perfect, and there's this like imperfect hair sticking out, and so she just like cuts it, and then like she just like sobs, like
She
that
Britney
was
Spears.
right, no, exactly, but it was a huge like powerful moment of when you realize, oh, Azula is a human. And so I thought that
Yeah,
was
she's
cool.
like a B grade human.
We can put her in B. That's fine. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, do you
she
agree,
was-
Steph? Sorry.
Yeah, I think she was a really good villain because she was villainous throughout the whole story.
Absolutely.
You know, but
Right,
and she
right.
was
She
so
didn't
like
have redemption.
yeah, it was like
No.
she was villainous, and then she broke apart at the end, which I do like. Larissa said it's like she is human and stuff, and was also affected by like her family stuff. And even though she
Yeah.
tried not to, you know, admit, show
Yeah, her
it.
mom was kind of a bitch to her if you think about it.
Yeah. All right. Next on our list then is Ty Lee.
She's very C to me as well. She's a cool character. She just has very sidekick friend vibes. And
Yeah, I'd say
That's-
C
Yeah,
or D.
C. Yeah. Yeah, she's so mid. She's fun. She's a fun character for
yeah,
sure.
absolutely. And it's cool that she's a non-bender and she's just as powerful as Azula.
She takes people's bending away.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
because
cool.
of the pressure points, right, or something. She
Yeah.
like
the chi.
yeah. That's
Isn't
that's
she like
pretty neat.
one of 12 identical sisters or something like
Yeah.
that?
Something
She's
like
crazy.
that. Yeah, and the traveling circus. Yeah.
So we'll put Ty Lee at C, kind of mid.
yeah.
Next on our list then is Mai.
Isn't it May?
Huh?
May.
Isn't it
May, whatever. May.
Sorry.
Shows how much you know and I care about her.
No, you're good.
May, Mai,
yeah.
whatever.
I think she's D. She's very like woe is me, Eeyore, and she doesn't. Her only cool point is when she's like, her uncle. Was it her uncle? Or was it her dad who was the prison guard leader?
I think it
And
was
she's
her
like, no.
Dad.
Her dad. Yeah, her dad.
Yeah, she's like, you misjudged.
And she like dated Zuko at one point or something.
Yeah, for most of it,
they
yeah.
marry.
Yeah, I'd say D.
Yeah.
I didn't even know her name, so D. All right. Next we have Fire Lord Ozai.
C to me. He's like
Yeah.
not a cool villain.
I want to say he's interesting, but he's really not. He's just like,
No.
hey, I want to be leader of the world. And we're like, yeah, I get it.
We don't see him much throughout
No,
the
we
series.
don't.
We
Right.
hear like all the horrible things he's done. We hear of his legacy, but as a character, you only really get to see like him versus Aang at the end. You know?
Yeah.
That's kind
And
of
it's
the.
kinda
Which is a cool
boring.
battle.
No, it's a cool battle for sure.
No, sure. I meant his like dialogue.
Oh, I see. I see
During
what you
that,
mean.
it's just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I would say C. I think his legacy exceeded him and the things that he did because
Yes.
it was shown throughout the course of the show. Like,
He was voiced by Mark Hamill? Sorry, I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't either. I mean, it
That's
makes sense
wild.
so we're gonna put him in C.
now. Yeah.
Okay, so Fire Lord Ozai in
But
C.
to be fair, Daniel Day Kim as Fire Lord Ozai is like perfect casting.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Sorry.
Next on our list is Avatar Roku.
B for boy.
Yeah, Roku's pretty cool. Like, he's helped Aang a lot, and he has a pretty interesting backstory.
He's got a dragon.
He has a dragon. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And he was the one that taught Aang about the Avatar state, right?
Yeah.
Or kind of like-
Kinda,
sort
yeah.
of.
It was like him and
More the spirit
others.
world.
Okay. That's right, because his dragon kind of took him through the spirit world, right?
right.
Yeah.
So he was-
Honestly, I think his dragon's cooler than Roku.
Was
but-
he also the only No, Aang could see other avatars, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure I got that right in my head.
He did. Didn't he stop that volcano?
I think
yes.
so.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Super cool.
I'm fine with B.
B is fine. B for boy.
Okay.
And Azula.
All right. Yeah. And our next one is Avatar Kyoshi.
Oh, that is Avatar Kyoshi.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the lesson she needs to teach Aang and being like, hey, being a monk is great, but sometimes you need to take action. That was a cool point. But other than that, she's kind of just like a bitch, but not in a fun way.
She's angry. Yeah. She's
She was not very in the show all that much.
No.
she's very powerful though.
She's super cool. I just wish she was more than just a one note kind of character. Like, we literally just see her like rage and contempt for Aang for like not being
No, and
willing
she
to,
also
like, use
split that
violence.
person off the mountain, right?
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah, she did,
about
yeah.
it. I would
Yeah,
say
you
like
put her at C for
D.
cool.
Oh. I was gonna say D because I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
D's fine.
D. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Next on our list is Admiral Zhao.
Zhao. Woo!
Yeah.
Admiral.
He's the best character in the live action, I will say. He's the actor who portrays him, does a really phenomenal job, and definitely the highlight of the live action. I know I've kind of already said that a million times, but
I feel like he was almost more of a villain than kind of like Ozai, like just in terms of being
Sure.
shown and like with the fights he's been featured in and just pursuing Aang and the gang all that time. Like,
I mean, he kidnapped the moon spirit. I mean, that's pretty ballsy.
That's kind of
He killed
crazy.
the fish, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he
I mean,
killed
did
the
he
moon
kill it?
spirit.
Yeah.
yeah, to throw off the balance. Yeah. So I mean, like, I feel like we see more treacherous things from him than Ozai.
Sure.
Like, we see Ozai's things that he's done in the past, but like this dude is like just actively out here doing them.
Yeah,
Right.
I honestly, though, I don't like him, though, as a character.
No,
I only just pointed it out as the live action is like, that's the breath of fresh air.
He could be the C above. He could be like right above Ozai. in the
I
C
could do
category.
that. Like, just move Ozai, push him down. I could do that. I'm fine with C. Larissa?
Yeah, no, that's fair. I was going to say D initially,
Oh,
but
okay.
C's fine.
All right. Next on our list is Monk Gyatso.
Monkiazzo!
Oh, he's awesome. Put him in A, just because
I
he's a
love
nice
him.
guy. He's a
so
friendly face.
wholesome.
Yeah.
But
and
he's... Go ahead.
well, I was just gonna say he like took down like probably like 20 or 30 firebenders.
Yep.
In the show, like to protect like everybody he could and try to like hold him off as long as he could, even though the firebenders had the advantage during Sozin's comment
Sozin's comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a boss.
Yeah.
And he was the one that trained Aang on early on, right?
Yeah, he was his friend.
I think there was a theory, if I'm remembering this right, where like his body was found, right, among all
Right.
the firebenders, and it was like theorized that he pulled all the air out of the room because his body wasn't touched.
Oh.
And
Right,
there was no
right.
fire burns or anything. Like he just suffocated
interesting.
the air so they
And they-
couldn't firebend
They
or
kind of
breathe.
showed that in the live action for a second too. Is
Ah.
like he was starting to suck all the air out of the room, and then
Ooh.
they're like boom, ba, boom, bam, boom.
For me, I'd say like a C though. I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna put him in the B for boys
Oh.
category because
Okay,
he's so
yeah, we
nice.
put him in B for boys.
Okay, I've been outnumbered. He will be in the B, boys, and Azula.
Boys and Azula.
Azula wishes she was a boy, though. Let's be real.
She wishes she was the king. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
let's see. Next on our list is Zhang Zhang.
He's
The
cool.
firebender teacher of Aang.
Who initially tried to teach Aang how to firebend.
Yes.
I really wish we got more of him because his character was really interesting as like a teacher. Like normally when you get like the teacher sort of like stereotype, it's I don't know, it's kind of boring and passe. He was really interesting.
He was like spiteful,
exactly.
but
He hated firebending.
and I like that aspect where it's like he hated it so much that he like refused multiple times until
Right.
Aang finally was like, yeah, I want to do it. But all he saw was Aang, as a naive child because he was, and it took, Aang burning Katara to understand the dangers,
Yeah.
in which, he or Aang kind of learned and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, and talking about that moment was pivotal because that's also when Katara learned how to heal with water. So that was pretty cool. I wish we had more of him. I really do. I know he appears towards the end where he is in the resistance, but I don't know. It's kind of a waste.
D for dingus.
Okay, we will move him to D then. All right. Yeah, because he's just I mean, yeah, I would have loved to see
If he
more
was
of
in
him,
it
but
more, yeah.
all right. So next on our list then is Paku.
F.
F.
I hate him. Absolutely hate him. He is the epitome
Yeah.
of misogyny. Disgusting.
Yeah, he was at the Northern Water Tribe, and Katara wanted to learn waterbending from him, and he was just like, nah.
Nah, you a woman. That's what he said.
Wait, and he literally only decided to teach her how to bend because she was like, "You're just mad at me because my grandmother rejected you."
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ooh, girl.
Yeah.
So F for him. Just a quick recap: S tier, Toph, Iroh; A tier, Katara, Appa, Suki; B tier, Aang, Sokka, Zuko, Jet, Azula, Avatar Roku, thank you, C tier, Momo, Ty Lee, Zhao, and then Ozai. D tier is Princess Yue, Mei, Kyoshi, Jiang, and then F tier has we added just Paku just now.
Yes.
Okay, had to do a quick recap for everyone who's out there listening. Okay, next on our list, we have just a couple more to do, is Hama, who was the blood bender that forcibly taught Katara bloodbending. Hama.
I think she's
a meanie.
fascinating
She's
as a
meanie.
character. That's not the reason why to put her an F though. Like, oh my goodness, the amount of like how deep that storyline is. I understand why she learned how to bloodbend. She was literally like tortured for years and was forcibly watched all her other waterbenders die around her, and she was treated like she was like less than an animal. Yeah, of course I'm gonna like take my revenge.
I would say like maybe D, because it's like she was only kind of like a one storyline type of thing, kind of like Zhang was also like with the firebender teacher. I mean, she was a different teacher in a different way to Katara, obviously.
Yeah.
But I wish we could have seen maybe a little more of her.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
What do you think, Sam?
I also just
I said F.
Oh, so D then.
to be fair, I would have put her as B. I just think her character's fascinating.
So then where are we?
She's definitely interesting for sure, but
so then where are we settling?
Big bully.
Between B, D, and F.
I think like if we had like a movie of just her, that'd be like a really awesome horror movie to watch. Like I kind of want that.
Ooh.
I mean, we can put her in C if that would make happy compromise.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That feels good to me.
C for coagulation.
Next on our list is Hakoda, and this character, if people don't remember, is the father of Sokka and Katara.
F for father.
Wow. D
He's
for
kind
dad.
of useless, honestly.
D for dad.
I like D for dad.
He just wasn't a great dad.
No, he wasn't around. He didn't really do much, and the times that he did pop up, it was like, "Hey, Sokka, can you try and be better?
Be a man."
Sokka was like,
but not yet.
I'm cool.
Well, and I mean, even like in a way, just like he had Katara step up to fill like mother role a little more
that's
too.
kind of shitty. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. He was one of the village protectors. But yeah, I say D for dad.
Yeah.
All right, D for dad for Hakoda. Next on the list is Boomy, King of Omashu.
A.
He's interesting.
I love Boomy.
Boomy's cool.
I loved him. I would say A too.
Yeah, you could put him in A. I personally just like get the like ick vibes from him. So
why do you get ick vibes? What do you do?
I just do.
It's because he's old.
No, that's not the reason. I don't know.
He loves Flopsy. His
he
like
does love Flopsy.
bunny bull thing. I don't know what it is.
It just gives me pause. I don't know.
But dude, then he's
thing.
like ripped. Like that was like a big like.
I get it.
That was crazy. Like when he pulls off his cloak, because he's like he's presented as a crazy wacky man, feeble old man, and then he pulls off the cloak and he's just jacked, and you're like, oh.
I know.
And then
super
I think that
cool.
was amazing too, where like it was such. I remember when it was such a surprise, like learning that he had hung out with Aang as a kid.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I was like, that's crazy. I thought that was really cool.
It's a goat gorilla, by the way. That's what Flopsy is.
Huh. So okay, so King Boomy is an A.
Yep.
Okay. Next on our list is Cabbage Man.
Immediate S tier.
S tier. Okay, yeah, that was no
He
question.
holds the show together. He's kind of like in the Avengers series, like the Watchers. Like he's just like always there, and he's like pivotal, and like without him, we wouldn't have a story.
Yeah, that's fair. I like
Top
that he's
tier
had
memes.
to, top tier meme, always had to rebuild his life, but never gave up.
That's right.
He always moves.
He always endures.
Always endures. He keeps going. The true shonen protagonist.
Plus, he's the only cabbage bender
That's fair.
in the
It's
anime,
true.
All right, easy S tier for Cabbage Man. We only have 3 more characters on our list. We have next. Okay, I'm going to try to say it right. Wan Shitong, the owl from the library in the desert.
F. This guy's the worst.
I love him.
This guy's the worst.
He's like the most Ghibli character, I feel like, in the entire series, and I think that's why I am drawn to him. Like, he's just like he's not a vengeful spirit, but he's also not like a free, loving, peaceful kind of guy. He's like, hey, knowledge is power, and if I think you're gonna abuse knowledge, you got to get out of here. So that's why he's kind of like cautious, because he's been burned a few times.
If he was a good librarian, he would look past the past like doofies and just be like, yeah, I'll give you a slap on the wrist. You can hold on to what's it called? Pajama Sam for another 3 weeks.
I will say, I do think it was pretty cool where he like learned that they were stealing from him with the map, right, or whatever or they learned about the comet there, and he said, "Oh, time to just sink the library."
I know, because he knew they were going to abuse the knowledge and use it for violence.
Yeah.
And he was very no against violence.
I would say D or F.
That's cool.
When I looked at this list the first time, I was like, oh man, that's the one F character I can see is that owl.
Oh no, I love him. I think he's a really cool, like,
where would you place him?
Me, personally, B, but...
That's crazy.
We can compromise at D, but two of us did say F.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
F for flying boy.
Okay. But in my mind, he's a B. He's a B for boy.
All right. Next one is Master Piandao. Did I say that right?
I don't know. I don't remember this guy.
I don't remember. He's the Master Swordsmith.
Yeah, Master
that guy?
Piandao.
Yeah.
He was a master swordsman who was a non-bender who lived in the Fire Nation, and he was training Sokka.
Right, he helped him build the meteorite sword, right?
Yeah, that was a really cool moment for Sokka.
So it was kind of his
dad
first
figure.
It was kind of his first master, because Sokka didn't really have a trainer, so that was like a way for him to learn something and some like fighting skills too. But I'll agree, D for dad figure. D.
Either that or C for coach, but
Ooh.
But I don't think he's in the same league as Ozai, Hama, and General and
Momo.
That guy
Zhao.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree. His character's not as fleshed out as I would like it to be.
And he's just there for a little time, not a long time.
Yeah.
All right, last on our list is Combustion Man. That's his
Combustion
Man. Sparky Poo Man.
Get
his name right.
That's his actual name.
No, it's Sparky Poo Man.
Yeah. All right. He had a laser come out of his eye. That was something.
I was going to put him at C
F.
just because I liked his ability. I thought it was like, you don't see another ability like this in the show, and it's super cool. And he's super powerful. I know he's like not super important overall, but I think he's a more interesting villain than like...
No.
I would say D, because I don't really remember much of anything other than the laser coming out of his eye. Was he from the Fire Nation?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just couldn't remember.
Yeah, he like traveled all around with that the other girl that I don't remember her name.
Oh, that's right. This one.
Yeah. And for our listeners, do you mind giving the name so they're not going crazy?
Lord, if I know. What is her name? The one he traveled with.
The one riding the anteater thing.
The badger thing. The smelling badger. What is her... Oh, God, what was her name? What was her name? I'm trying to
she's the assassin, the hunter. Hold on.
What was her name?
I got it.
I was desperately Googling.
Sam.
June.
Thank you.
June was way more interesting of a
Okay,
character
how about we
than
pair them
him.
together since they are kind of traveling in a unit? June and Combustion Man.
I don't think it's fair to pair them, but whatever.
I googled cool hunter girl avatar.
Okay, we'll do a quick ad. Okay,
Combustion. Oh, we're doing an ad break?
No.
Okay, thanks for ordering from HelloFresh.
Shut up. We're not sponsored. Okay, Combustion Man, where's he going?
Not yet.
F?
D.
D?
D for dynamite.
I would say probably F, because I just don't think he made a big impact. Now, last one we'll do, we added her, June.
I love June.
A.
She's so cool.
A.
She's cool. Just because she's cool. She's like super cool.
But
I don't
like,
know.
was she even that? She wasn't hardly in the series. It was just for a little
moment.
No,
she was
right.
No, she was in it for a lot of episodes. She was trailing.
I know she was tracking
for a while.
She was in book 1 Water, and then she would return in book 3 Fire. overall, I think she was only in 3 episodes.
Really? That was it? Oh, man.
See,
She had
I
such a
would-
huge impact.
I would put her in D, just one above Combustion Man.
I think, okay, in defense of her, is as an adult watching it back, it's really nice to have someone who's like probably like 18 or 16, like older than the children crew. And so you're just like, oh, that's nice.
She was a professional bounty hunter, so I don't think she was 16.
Okay, so yeah, she definitely was like an adult, and that was interesting to watch.
D.
C.
Please, at least see.
Okay,
love her.
we'll put her in C. All right, so our final Avatar character list. We have S tier, Toph, and Uncle Iroh, and Cabbage Man, of course. A
Obviously.
tier is Katara, Aang, Suki, and King Bumi. We have B tier is Aang, Sokka, Zuko, Jet, Azula, Avatar Roku, and Monk Gyatso. C tier, Momo, Ty Lee, Admiral Zhang, Fire Lord Ozai. Zhao. Dude, why do I always say it wrong? Okay. And then Hama, which was the Bloodbender, and then June, who we just added to C. D tier, we had Princess Yue, Mei, Avatar Roku, Kyoshi, that's the wrong name, Avatar Kyoshi. I'm not good with names. Then it was Young Zhang, the firebender for Aang, and then it was Hakoda, the dad of Sokka and Katara, and then we also added Master Piandao, the swordsmith.
Sokka's real dad.
And then F tier, we had Paku, the northern water tribe bender, the owl from the library, which was Wang Shi Tong, and then Combustion Man in F. What do we think,
Sounds
listeners?
good.
You can let us know what you think about our list and our rating for our Avatar characters. We'd love to hear your feedback and opinions. Let us know if we're right, wrong, or if we needed to make some changes, or just let us know what you think, rather. But we're going to end today's episode here. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your time and day doing whatever. You can follow Shifting Tones at any available podcast site, so such as Spotify. You can follow and listen to us there, Apple Podcasts, and you can also follow us on our social media platforms at Shifting Tones Pod. You can also follow us individually on all social media platforms. I am at Spiffy Steffi, Larissa is at
Larissa.Schaefer.
and Sam is at
The slot machines in Vegas.
Okay, there we go. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you on the next Shifting Tones episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.